Kobe Bryant just might be the best player to ever put on a Lakers uniform. And depending on your upbringing, you may even say that he's the greatest player of all time. I know that most people say that MJ is the GOAT, and you have those occasional fans that put their faith in LeBron, but I'm gonna stay out of it. That's a whole different debate for a different video. This video is really just acknowledging Kobe Bryant's legacy. No matter how you feel about him, the numbers don't lie. With him having 5 NBA championships, there's no denying his greatness. He's definitely on Mount Rushmore. But a couple of years ago, he almost made this one decision that would have changed his legacy forever. After winning 3 NBA championships with the Lakers, he was going through a lot of off-the-court drama. And in 2004, he was seconds away from asking for a trade. Just looking back on all the stuff that he's accomplished throughout his career, this one decision could have destroyed his legacy, and possibly he wouldn't even be in the greatest of all time debate. What's good, everybody? Welcome back. I'm doing this new thing where I'm gonna start picking out subscribers in the comment section and shouting them out in the next video. This will let me interact with y'all a little bit more, so make sure you leave a comment down below. So for the first one, I want to take this time to shout out Romeo Mambasino. Appreciate the support, big dog. But if you're new to the channel, make sure you let me know that you're new down in the comment section, and make sure that you're following me on my social medias too. I'm gonna leave all these links down in the description. But enough of all that talking. Let's get into this video. Even though Kobe Bryant is known as one of the best to ever do it, he didn't come into the league as being that go-to player. He was drafted right out of high school, and during his rookie season, he only averaged about 8 points and 2 rebounds. And he didn't even crack the starting lineup until his 3rd year in the league. But even though he didn't come out of the gates hot, everybody knew how much potential he had. Michael Jordan felt that Kobe was the next one up, and that he reminded him a lot of himself when he was younger. You can't name too many people, especially rookies, that's been certified by Mike. That's how you know that he was destined for greatness. But Shaq, on the other hand, was becoming very impatient with him. Shaq stamped himself as being the most dominant big man in the league when he was with the Orlando Magic. But at the time, he had no championships, and he didn't want to go down as one of those great players who never won a ring.
Because I got 3 finals MVP, Chuck. Because you Google me, Chuck. Everybody Google me, Chuck. You see that? Google me.
No matter how good you were, if you don't have the rings to show for it, your credibility is gone. So Shaq needed to win ASAP, and this was before the Black Mamba. At the time, he was dealing with a developing Kobe, so they really used to get into it a lot, and it came to a point where they started throwing hands. During an interview, they sat down together and they talked about their first fight. Shaq was calling him out of his name, and Kobe wasn't going for that. And during the middle of practice, they just started scrapping. I wish somebody would have recorded that though. That would have been an instant classic. But anyways, despite their differences, they were able to work through it, and they ended up getting their first title in the 2000 NBA Finals. Finally, now Shaq really could just relieve some of that pressure of not winning the NBA championship. So like any regular person who just achieved one of their lifetime goals, you would get comfortable. And during that offseason, that's exactly what he did. He said knowing that he had Kobe to rely on, he didn't really grind during the summer like that. And he used to come into the training camps out of shape. But he looked at it like this: all I do is dunk the ball. There's no need for me to stay in shape year round just to do that. And considering the beatings he used to take with the Hacker Shack, he just wanted to chill. But this attitude really made Kobe upset. While he was in the gym 10+ hours a day, Shaq was over there living his best life. So all of this really added to the friction between them. So even though they never really saw eye to eye, they were still the most dominant duo in the game. And they managed to go to 4 straight finals, and they won 3 of them. Things didn't really start to fall apart until the 2004 season. With the way that everything was going, Kobe Bryant's legacy was directly connected to Shaq. Almost all of the legends that have won multiple championships, they are always associated with one other teammate. Magic never won without Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Mike never won without Scottie Pippen. So Kobe Bryant wanted to change the narrative, and he felt it was time for a change of scenery. And he was very close to requesting a trade to the Chicago Bulls. I mean, he was looking at houses in the Chicago area, he was looking at schools for his kids. He was really looking to relocate. Could y'all even imagine Kobe playing for the Bulls? He would have really been trying to copy Mike for real. But if you really think about it, if Kobe would have came to the Bulls, they would have probably never been able to get Derrick Rose. Because at the time, Kobe really had the skill to just turn around any organization. And the Bulls would have probably had a decent record by then, so they would have never been able to get the first pick. So really it comes down to your personal preferences. Would y'all have wanted to sacrifice those Derrick Rose glory days just to get Kobe? Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. But anyways, right before Kobe was about to request a trade, The Lakers organization felt it was best to get rid of Shaq and keep Kobe for the future. They ended up trading Shaq to the Miami Heat. Even though he understood the business aspect of the NBA, he was still upset, so he used this as fire. He had to win another ring without Kobe, and soon after he did, the Miami Heat ended up winning the 2006 NBA Finals, and Shaq was really rubbing it in.
You know how I be. Last week Kobe couldn't do without me. Now that's the difference between first and last place. Kobe, nigga, tell me how my ass tastes.
Kobe used this as fuel, and this really became the birth of the Black Mamba. And he ended up winning 2 more finals after that. He said the fact that Shaq was able to get a ring without him really pushed him the most. They were both tied at 4 rings at first until that 2009 NBA Finals against the Celtics. And it's just crazy how determined he was, because at the time he was playing with injuries. He had a bone spurt in his ankle, and there was some times where he could barely walk, and he was playing with a broken finger. And the fact that he was able to lead his team to victory is just amazing, especially if you think about how stacked the Boston Celtics was at the time. And just to get a little revenge at Shaq, he had to clap back at him.
We know what it means as a team, but what about individually for you?
Just got one more than Shaq.
And at the time, Shaq was 38 years old, so it was safe to say that his championship runs were done. But just thinking about if he would have asked for that trade to the Bulls, just how much different his career would have turned out. I guess we'll never know. Peace.
I barely post that no more. All I think about is the money. I run it up with a load. She only see me when I'm coming. The op see us coming. Dropping them niggas get low. Me and sis ball gon' get high, blow the smoke to the sky. Sending them drugs through the mail. I grew up in Western Union. They came out with new shit. I'm finna get good with Zell. Niggas be rapping about shit that they do not be living. Me, I might go to hell. Police right here, bust a left. If they turn on their lights, they get left. Put on boots at the step. Sending the gun, I don't care. You don't fuck with me, so I don't care. I got shooters for real. Got exotic all over my scale. My name ringing like Patty LaBelle. Hey, hey, I'd rather get money than sit in the cell.